The heart of the web book are web book pages. So let's take a look in detail at what web book pages are all about. First of all, a web book can consist of a set of interlinked pages, and each page has information related to the topic of the page, which we'll talk about the topic in a minute. The page itself forms a hierarchy of information, so that there's topic and information about the topic. Those are children. The information there is information in web books. They're not complicated. They're a small number of simple shapes. We have bubbles and boxes. So each page links to other pages, so you're always someplace and you can get other places. Pages often have links to supporting files. And so there's really two important concepts. If you're learning about the webbook page, there's information and there's navigating the information. So it's important to note that the webbook pages that we're going to describe here are typical webbook pages. So they can take on a variety of forms. And once you understand these forms, you can understand pretty much everything that's going on. So central to the webbook page is the yellow main topic bubble. So you start here when you're processing a page. It's the main topic for the page. It's yellow, usually at the center of the page, and subtopics branch off of that main bubble as they do here. Next is the parent-child connector, and so these are lines which identify the hierarchical relationships connecting the main bubbles to subtopic bubbles, and then subtopics to lower level bubbles or lower level boxes and bubbles. Sometimes it's a wavy line. Next is blue subtopics, and so we're familiar with the blue subtopics here. What are they? These are the subtopics that are related to the main topic, and there's usually a set of blue bubbles surrounding the main bubble, the main yellow bubble. There can be other subtopic bubbles, and they're connected to the blue bubbles usually, and they can have a variety of colors. The color is not significant. Also on web pages, you can have the other simple form we're talking about. These are the detailed information and the bullet list, and those can be a variety of colors. Critical to, probably the most critical thing about a web book is this concept of shadowed links. And so when you see a shadowed link, as you see here, this shadow here, that means that there is drill down there. It indicates that you can go, there's a parent-child relationship, and this is how you navigate down that relationship. So you click on that shape to get there. It opens in the current browser tab, so you're not jumping someplace else. And the shapes on that page can link to other pages, and this is how you get this network of pages. So it's not necessarily in the hierarchy there. It can go throughout the network. There's the concept of right, lower right, below and right is down the hierarchy, and we'll talk a little bit more about page navigation, about going up the hierarchy, but these are upper left to go up to higher from the child to the page. So again, shadowed links are a critical element of pages. On that same level is this concept of supporting information links. So there can be links to word processor files, spreadsheets, and so forth. Now, unlike the child pages, these will, while they do provide information and they're connected to shapes, but they actually open a new browser tab, and that's so you don't get lost in the webbook. So you have to go back. You go back to the webbook to explore more information. And sometimes you need software to open these links. For example, if it's a Word document, you need software that will open that Word file. So that covers pretty much the information part of the page. But let's look now at navigation support. The first element of navigation support is this swooping arrow that you see around. So this shows the order you should process the page. If you really want to process the page linearly, again, we've been talking about linear and nonlinear navigation, this gives you a comfortable way to access the page linearly. So that's what that arrow is all about. Um, the hierarchy, we have a hierarchy of pages, and the hierarchy page, these are uplinks. They're in the lower left-hand part of the page, and you'll see we talked about them being the upper left shadows. These are uplinks, but it takes you back up the hierarchy. You can go all the way back to the main page, which is if you get lost, that's what you do. The concept of next previous. So here we have these arrows on either side of the page. This will take you to the next page, and this takes you to the previous page of the webbook. And so that's handy if you actually want to navigate the webbook page by page in a linear fashion. And sometimes you do want to do that. The final navigation support piece are these page numbers. So page numbers, this is supporting. So if you want to look at pages in an ebook or a hard copy, this tells you what pages you should go to. So if the page number is on the right, that's for down the hierarchy, and the page number is on the left, that's for going up the hierarchy. So that's what page numbers are all about. So that gives you a good feeling for everything you need to know about the webbook page.